Hi, I'm Sam High, creator of FSXDB.com. I'm assuming you're watching these videos from my website. I just want to show you off my new computer I bought from JetLine Systems. And it's kick butt. We hope it's kick butt. We're going to unbox it here in a minute. So let's just take you in and show you JetLine Systems real quickly. So there's their webpage. And it's JetLine Systems.com. And I had them build me a custom config. It's not top of the line, but it's pretty close to it. I started with the middle one and bumped most of the options to the top, so I can pretty much go down through those. So I kept the basic chassis. I kept that. Kept the case. I brought my liquid cooling up and brought that up to 16 gig. Brought this up to the top. Pretty much topped them off. It rang in roughly around 30. I forget. Oh wait, there's another option I didn't set. Added another hard drive here. And okay, so that's my config. Tops off at 3400. You see what I got. I got the Seagate, an extra Seagate drive. I got the extra Seagate drive. And I got the topper processor. Oh yeah, I went up to 950. Actually, they put an 800 in. Sufficient. They were on the 950, so I want 850 was fine for me. So it was just off by 100. So yeah, and they tweaked this out to 4.5 on the CPU. So let's get the unboxing. So it's a pretty big box, pretty nondescript. Big brown box, but hey, why not? It's not a cow box. It's not a Dell box. It's a JetLine Systems kick ass FSX box. Ta-da! It's a kick-ass box. It's a JetLine Systems kick-ass box. Okay, let's get the unboxing in here. I'm probably going to have to put this on the floor so you can see it. Trusty. Right? So it's... I'm pretty sure I have this upright. You don't see the top. I'm going to have to put this down on the floor before I crack the rest of it open. We'll move the camera down there. So let's get this down on the floor. And oh, it's going to be heavy. Pounds, boy, that's heavy. Let's go gently down. All right. So anyway, trying to get my camera here. Anyway, we're gonna pull it out, put it up here, and move the camera up. So let's just. Okay. Close up my knife for safety. I learned something in shop. Okay. Alright, we can take a quick look at the box here. See what we got. So we got the two foam ends. There's a few items in the side here. I'm gonna pull those out. Oh yeah, that's power supply. That's probably all the extra. Yeah, that's all your extra cabling for your power supply. And a nice little vinyl tote bag. So yeah, oh yeah, so that's the power supply they put in. He put in a Corsair. I've used Anitex. And there's another box down in here. We'll pull out. If I can get it out. Gonna need two hands on this one. Give me a second. Okay. Another box of goodies. Let's see what's in that. Do this in one hand, hold the camera in the other. Well, this was already installed, so I had them install that. I gave how I wanted my SSD partition, so it's all custom. These guys, Greg at JetLine will definitely work with you and get you exactly what you want. So when I got the SSD, I wanted two partitions. I wanted a C for the boot, and that's all I keep on there in my programs. But all my data, first thing I do is I move my special folders over to the D partition for data. I back that up separately. So if I need to rebuild the OS, I don't have to go moving my files around. I don't need to back them up as often. So we got that. And it looks like all your discs. That's for the video card. Oh. Yeah, it has a Wi-Fi card in it. I didn't know the box, but fits your antenna for the Wi-Fi. So it also has a Wi-Fi card, a Wi-Fi. I believe that's on the board, the Wi-Fi. So that's the antenna for it. Oh, okay. There's I got the. You put a Creative Labs Z card in it, and this is the array microphone for that. What else we got? Looks like your motherboard driver disk and all. 8.1 Insanity, whatever. Okay, so that's that. And your manuals, EVGA, piece of crap. There's my licensed copy of Windows. I guess that's the OEM. Got a legal copy of Windows, huh? So anyway, that's the 8.1. 8.1, so it wasn't just thought up and patched. So this must be the OEM distro when you're buying it, like from a supplier like JetLine. And there's my motherboard guide, and there's my power supply. Alright, so that's the side box stuff. Let's throw this back in here. Not going to need the Wi-Fi. Mine's going on the wire. But, you know, you want to drag your box with you. You got the Wi-Fi. And it's a gaming case. Has handles on top. So I guess if you're a rugged young lad, unlike me, I'm an old FSX fart. So let's pull this thing out. So I'm just going to position the camera up on the up about here. And we'll pull this thing out if we can. Boy, that's heavy. Well, I pulled it all out. The side ends fell off. So, my film ends here. Put them back in the box. I don't think we're going to do a return. Because these guys, they hand tweak them and they work before they send them to you. They actually fly Flight Simulator on a very long flight, 6 to 8 hours, I think Greg said. And as they're overclocking to check for stability. for those long haul flights. So let's see. Let's get the let's get the plastic off. Looks like we're just going to undress it with the knife. So I can't remember the case. It's a Cool Master case. Got a model number. Gamer's case. It's got the handles up top. Let me get the plastic out from under here. Take a look at it. That's nice. The actual handle up here is a little rubber coated. Yeah, it's not like the hard plastic here. This piece here is rubber. You get a good grip. So that's a nice feature. You wouldn't know that from the picture, looking at it. Yep. Well, anyway, I guess we'll take a look around before we crack the case and look inside. So anyway, you got two fan mounts here. There's no fans in it, but you can buy additional fans. I don't know how many comes with it, but there are two mounts here, and then you have your flexi see-through. That's not important to me, man. I don't care if I look inside my box, but you know how the kids are with the neon and the lights. For all I know, there's some lighting in there. Let's take a look at the top of the case. It's going to be hard to do this here. My camera. Maybe I'll just lay it on the side, but let's spin it around first. So, this way. So, I guess that's external if you're using external cooling, but here's how the case is. There's your Wi-Fi. Oh, it looks like a Bluetooth Wi-Fi. These are all USB 3 up here. PS2, your HDMI, and a digital SPID. There's your VGA, DVI. That card doesn't have two of these type of connectors, the DVI connectors. I have an adapter. I run two monitors on this. I'm surprised that card didn't go that way. I don't know why they did that. That's a top line card. So here's your 1 gig. That's your built-in. Oh shoot! I'm looking at the onboard video here. Here's the graphics card video. Yeah, dummy. That's the onboard. So here's my onboard sound. That's a Sound Blaster S. I'll post the specs. This is the what is it, 780 GTX? I think it's an Nvidia. I mean EVGA. I've always bought an EVGA. That's what they use when they build your systems. They use Nvidia chipset, but the main EVGA makes it. Then you got one fan here. Power supply's down here. I guess that's the model number. It's an 850. Like I said, he was out of the 950, so I went with the Corsair. So, yeah, I guess this is for output cable organization. Now, what they did show is it's kind of hard to see, but on the side case, this lips out a little bit. So you have more room for cable routing. I think on both sides. Well, it wouldn't be on this side, but the other side, let's rotate that around here. So anyway, that's the back side. Yeah, you see how this is bowed out here. Got more room for cable routing in there. So, look at the front of the case. I'm going to pull the side off then. Yeah, pretty nice looking solid grill here. All black. I like that. The DVD rod that I got, that's stock. add anything else. You got additional USB up here. I don't think you can see them. 2 USB 3, 2 USB 2 headphone. That's got a little cover. And then at top's your power buttons. There's your on, off, and pause. There's 3 buttons up top here. So, not more to look at the top. Little honeycomb design up here on the screen. So let's open up the side and take a look at it. So, let's see. I guess you open up the side. I'm not opening up the cable routing side. I'm not going to go look and dig into what they're doing there. I do got to put a drive in here. I got to put my boot and departition drive from my old system in here. That has all my data, my project data. So that gets moved over. Oh, hands-free, but they're really tight. Yeah, these are hands-free, but man, when they put them in, they didn't use hands-free. They used a screwdriver. So we got to find one of them. There we go. So there's only 2 on the side case. That's good. There ain't 3. There's another screw up here. I don't know if you can see it. On top here, there's another thumb screw. Now, I think that might be for the drive bay right here. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's not a side case screw. So we're taking these off, showing you inside. Alright, don't drop them. See how easy the case slides out. Come out pretty easy. Alright, let's take a look at the inside now. Got your CPU here and your cooling. Looks like that unit's mounted back here. Fan on, so your cooling unit's here. Pretty sweet, pretty nice and clean. Nice look at the nice wiring job. Everything's wire tied all along the edges. Everything's wire tied up in here. We've got all the routing. You can see the sketching back in there where your cables go through your routing. I don't know how good you can see in there. So that's the Asus Z87 Pro motherboard. Wi-Fi Go, it says right on there. Here's the video card. Now that's the stuff. You can see the sound blaster here is the Z card. It's shielded. So there's a shield over top all the chips. So that should isolate it. And power supply, oh, they got everything even cabled down. They even have the cabling wire tied down along the edges here. Look at that. Look how nice and wire. Yeah. They really did a nice cabling job in here. And there's my 2 drives. So I gotta look for the additional SATA. That's a little tight in there. Well, there's the SSD. There's that. I gotta put another one down in here, and the cable is. Uh-oh. Now, how does he got that wire tied shut? Now, there's a problem. I'm about to look through the back side, but I need that SATA connector to come out. There's one down in there for this, so I'm going to put another drive in. And there's rails. Uh-oh. So I didn't get another set of rails. That's a problem. I didn't see any in the box. I got to put drives in here, and you didn't give me any extra rails. Alright, there's my only complaint, JetLine. This you should allow to put another drive in, and I don't know how it's wired. I'll figure it out. But yeah, no rails, unless there's some hidden in the case. You know what? Some cases they have them mounted on one of the side panels. So I'm going to look around for the rails. They may be mounted. And boy, everything is wire tied. Maybe, I don't know if you can see that. Kind of hard to see the wiring. But yeah, if I get a little closer, you can see how everything's wire tied up around, like a wiring harness. I used to build those for buses, you know, so you'd start, you make your whole wiring harness all the way up, splits there, goes there, goes there. At the base, it's all put together. You can see how it's routed along top the power supply. So no, none of the wires are moving around. Oh yeah, the screw out there, it's not used for anything, but they used it to wrap a little wire tie around. Okay. Boy, that thing looks put together pretty good. Alright. About ready to fire this baby up. So that's the initial unboxing video for the JetLine system I bought. And I'll be posting some more specs on this. So I'll see you guys a little later. I'm going to get this thing up and running and take it for a real quick test flight. And then I'm going to back up my system drives. The first thing I do is I back up my system drive. Although this time I'm going to cheat and fly just a little bit, just to see how that goes. And then I'll back up the system partition and the boot partition. And so I can get it back factory smelling fresh. I love that factory smell. But, you know, if disaster strikes while I'm configuring it and doing things, I want to be able to rewind it back in time to right now, factory fresh. See you guys later.